My name is Catherine. I'm a park ranger for San Mateo County Parks, and welcome today for this webinar. We're talking about the Junior Ranger Challenge. Our Take a Hike Challenge was very popular this last season, so we are going to try out a Junior Ranger Challenge. And the Junior Ranger Challenge is kind of similar. We are encouraging people to go visit several parks to complete the different activities. We are allowing for people to submit for prizes once they've completed all the activities. But this challenge is more about learning about the natural features and historic sites that our parks have to offer. So let's get started and see what this challenge is all about. If you have any questions, please feel free to type those in. And we'll also be checking, because we are also live on Facebook, and check to see if there's any questions on there too. Okay. So the Junior Ranger Challenge is intended for junior rangers ages 7 to 12. And the time frame that this challenge is taking place in is April 1st through September 30th. Let me make sure that my share is working here. Okay. And the prizes will be for the first 200 participants that submit their finished activities. There's tons of information available on this webpage here, parks.smcgov.org/junior-ranger-challenge. So we are going to go check out that webpage. Okay, so this is what the webpage looks like. It says, welcome to Future Junior Rangers, and explains the different requirements here. And when I scroll down, so the first step to completing the challenge is to complete the introductory activities. And these are found in the introduction section. And so you can click here and it brings up the introduction packet. In this packet, it's 9 pages, and it has descriptions for the different parks that you can visit, an explanation of how to complete the challenge, and some introductory activities of what it means to be a junior ranger, and some important park rules, and some important things to know before you go out to parks, like what poison oak is, and how to identify some different types of snakes and things. So it also talks about different habitats, and the habitats are really important for our challenge because our challenge is all about exploring different habitats and ecosystems within our parks. So the junior rangers need to complete this introduction packet, and they need to complete at least 2 of these group packets for different types of habitats or different or historical sites within our parks. So once you complete the introduction packet, like I just showed you, then you want to go down to this part of the web page that shows where different historical or habitats in our parks. So for example, I'll click on the historical sites booklet. We have 2 historical sites, Sanchez Adobe and Woodside Store. And if we click on that packet, this is what pops up. There's 3 activities to complete in this group. First one is about the land acknowledgement for the Ohlone peoples. Next, you have one about different things that Ohlone people use. And then down here, we talk about different types of jobs that you might have done if you were living in the past. So this one is really fun, but you do need to download the free Outer Spatial app, and there's information for how to do that on the home page back here. But there's more information on that for the 2 different historical sites. All right, so you can complete the historical sites. If you did that one and you did one of these other ones, then you would complete the challenge. But there's different levels. So that's the lowest level, the fewest activities needed to complete. If you look at step 4 on this page, it talks about 2 groups for a total of 10 activities. So you have 2 groups of 6 activities, and then you have the 4 in the introduction packet. Then you could get the Junior Ranger badge and certificate if you complete 3 groups. you get the Junior Ranger Badge, certificate, and notebook. And if you complete 4 groups, you can get the Junior Ranger Badge, certificate, notebook, and water bottle. So it just depends on you and your Junior Ranger how many activities you want to complete. If you want to go for them all, we welcome that too. And if you want to go for multiple ones, you can visit a different park for each group, each activity set, or you can try to get them all at one place. So some of our parks have multiple habitats. It's the beauty of our park system. So for example, Memorial County Park, right here, Memorial Park, the parks are listed under each of the habitat groups. So Memorial Park has riparian habitat, scrub chaparral habitat, it has redwood habitat, and oak woodland habitat. So it has 4 different habitat types. And that means that if you wanted to complete all of the groups, all of the activity sets in one place, you could do that at Memorial Park. So you can do that if you print out each of those booklets and bring them with you and then complete them at the park, then you're set. If you want to go to a couple of different locations, you can check out the parks that are close by to each other. So for example, Sanchez Adobe, right here in the historical sites group, they are, it's located in Pacifica, really close to San Pedro Valley Park. So if you went to Sanchez Adobe for this activity set, then you went just right up the road to San Pedro Valley, you could do the riparian group, the scrub and chaparral group, and the oak woodland group for San Pedro Valley. So just however you want to work it out. You could just do a different park for each group too, for each activity set. If you want to challenge yourself and go to as many parks as possible, that's great too. So many different ways to complete this challenge. All right, so once you have completed those activities for each of your activity sets, you can check your answers with this answer key here. And there's also a checklist to help you keep track of what you've completed. And then when it comes time to submit for your prizes, we want you to take a picture of yourself or your Junior Ranger working on an activity at a park and email it with proof of your completed activities plus your checklist to this email address here, which is on our website. And we also want you to fill out this survey to receive your prizes. It's as simple as that, and then we'll contact you about it. And then last but not least, we also want you to complete the Junior Ranger Pledge. It's a fun little pledge to say, and you can complete it with your friends or family members, or you can complete it with me. I will be hosting Zoom meetings every last Friday of the month starting next month, and we will go over the Junior Ranger Pledge and any questions that you might have that have come up during your Junior Ranger Challenge. So that's kind of the gist of the Junior Ranger Challenge. I'm going to check to see if there's any questions on our pages here. I don't see any on the Zoom call. Let's see if we have any here. Okay, none there so far. All right, so lastly, there's a couple of notes that we want to make sure that you're aware of. Some of our parks have a $6 entrance fee for vehicles, so we always recommend that you check out these pages for the different parks. For example, I'm going to click on Edgewood County Park, and I'll show you each park has its own page on our website with information. So right now, what pops up here at the top is information about the COVID-19 safety guidelines. So that's always important to check out. But also, it's good, they'll have some sort of notice usually at the top of the page if there's some sort of park or trail closure. So that's important to look at. And then lots of good information here. There's a park map. There's address for how to get there, directions, hours that it's open. And then lots of other information here if you're curious. So we encourage you to check out those pages every time you're going to go out into one of the parks. And then that also will tell you if there's a $6 entrance fee for different parks. And if you're completing the history group of activities, you can visit the parks anytime with our Outer Spatial app, but they are open and fully staffed with docents Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 4 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. if you want to ask the docents any questions and go inside the historic buildings. So that is pretty much it for our Junior Ranger Challenge. Are there any questions from those watching? Anyone going to be completing the challenge, or anyone have Junior Rangers that want to complete the challenge? Okay, we have one here. Where is the entrance fee visible on the website? Thank you for asking that question. Let's see. Scrolling through the site now. That is a good question. I believe it should be on here. If it's not, I will contact our webmaster to make sure we get that put back up on there. I can't find it at the moment, but I will check back in about that. That's a great question. Okay. Any other questions? It could be about the Junior Ranger Challenge or about our parks in general. I'm going to check on our Facebook page to see if we have any questions during our Facebook Live. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that your Junior Rangers will participate in our challenge, and we look forward to seeing you all out in our parks this summer. If you have any questions, I'll go back to this page here. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll be the main contact for this challenge. And here's my information. We always recommend that you follow us on our social media pages here. And if you're interested in signing up for our email newsletter, you can check out our webpage or go to this link here. And our Junior Ranger Challenge, all the information is up on our website. And we encourage you to take a look and participate. So thank you all for joining this morning. And I hope that we get a bunch of Junior Rangers participating. All right, thank you. Bye.